What up, y'all? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for the fans, by the fans. I am your host, Chris, and I got the whole entire cast and crew today. Everybody in the house, what up, y'all?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
If anyone is noticing, yes, Brianna does have a baby in her arms. She is a new mom. So congratulations to Brianna and Telvin on their firstborn.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, he was hungry. He was like, I don't give a fuck about y'all podcast, nigga. I'm hungry. Move it out the way, cuz. But we got to jump right into what's going on in sports right now. So, first topic, yes, fuck the intro. First topic, we got to get on Dan Snyder. Yeah, I said it. So, Dan Snyder apparently been holding some money. He's been holding some coins against his partners in the NFL. So apparently it is allegedly he's been holding back on the ticket money and been trying to pocket some. Apparently he has two different books that they keep over there in the Washington. Well, at that time it was the Washington team. So
oh my God.
yeah, so apparently when you have a home game, you're supposed to take at least I think the visiting team is supposed to get 40% of the gate.
Of the ticket, the ticket revenue.
They're supposed to, and they're supposed to, divide that out into equal parts amongst all the teams. So you're supposed to take that and divide it, and then everybody puts it in the big pot, and then they divide it equally amongst the entire league, right? Well, apparently they're claiming that Dan Snyder was not doing this, and he like, nah, bro, my ticket sales ain't all that great. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of this. I'm gonna keep a little bit of that, and we good. So my question to y'all is this the final straw? You think that he finally, after a whole 2, 3, 4 year process, them trying to get this man out the league because he knows where all their little secrets are. You think this is gonna be it for him, Blair, man? You think he gonna be like, they finally gonna get him up out of there?
Dude, the only way they get him out of there if something like super egregious happens. Because at this point, everything that's happened must not be egregious enough to get him out of there. And so only thing I can see happening would be like, because the league said they're going to take over the investigation of the club and blah, 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 and see whatever comes out of that. So unless they get something new under this new investigation that the other one couldn't talk about, I don't really see how they get him out. Like, what's left, man? Dude has done all this stuff. It had to be so bad they wouldn't even let them write a paper on it. Like, they gave an oral interview. They fined them a number that I just feel like they thought, like, people might think it's a big number, so they just went with $10 million. But, like, what is $10 million to a billionaire? It's not a lot of money at all. So I think they just gave out a number. They say the fine is a record fine, but it's like, y'all didn't tell us if they did or didn't do any of the stuff they were accused of, which generally makes me believe they did everything that they were accused of, and it was so bad, like literally so bad. They're like, we can't even write this down. Like, we can't even risk this being leaked to anybody anywhere. Like, they just couldn't do it. So no, I don't think it's enough, bro. Again, like some dead body gonna have to come up somewhere. Like somebody gonna have to allegedly have murdered someone because they done already circulated all the nasty pictures you can circulate and nothing happened. All the stuff that happened, why would they take the team away from him? Because now if you think about it, their quote unquote would be progressive because the wife technically runs the day-to-day operations of the team. And he's not actually in the building. He does, but they left him in charge to procure money for a new stadium. Like, it's just the whole idea and concept is ridiculous. And if they let all that go and all that slide, it's it's not gonna stop. I'm assuming he must have a lot of information on the other owners. Like he must have a lot of information on the other owners that they just don't want this stuff to get out. So they're trying to kill it. They just won't let them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that part is obvious. I think he definitely got a lot of dirt on a lot of dudes out there. I mean, because even at this point, Jerry Jones's dirt is coming out, and he's like, man, yeah, he out here paying chicks because they keep accusing him for stuff. And he said he paying chicks so they don't come out, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy. But this dude here, man, he in the middle of a sexual allegation case. How they come across this information saying that he ain't paying his partners because that's what they are. The other owners are his partners. Do I think that this is gonna be the straw to break it? Maybe. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna get him up out of there. I hope they do.
How much money would it take, do you think? How much money does it take for them to if they're auditing? Because you gotta assume if their auditing is really for real, and they're trying to make sure. Everybody trying every accountant trick in the book, and they all have very expensive accountants. So they're trying all the tricks. And the NFL has to come through and audit everybody's book every so often. How much money? And they already said a few $100,000 is not enough. How much money did he have to take for them to get him out? Would it have to be like $20 million, $50 million, $100 million? Your volume, your mic is off there.
It ain't gonna matter, bro. No amount of money is enough, bro. Hey, I say this all the time. At the end of the day, this is a good old boys game, bro. They ain't trying to let too many other people in this club to begin with. So they would rather be able to work out what they can work out amongst themselves. Two, it's gonna cost the owners and the NFL money if they gonna do that. So like Bless said, it's gonna have to be something to where it's like, oh, we absolutely cannot have this. You have forced our hand to get you up out there. You stole some money that was going to y'all anyway. Y'all can hash it out on the back end. You make up for it. They're gonna do something like that before they push him all the way out. Like you said, Chris, he already got all this other stuff going up against him. Sexual allegations and stuff like that. Think they worry about that money? Ain't nothing going on, bro. He ain't going nowhere. This organization been known for this shit, bro. Been known for this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
My thing is the allegations and the money all come from the same, stem from the same stuff. And the only real response they did was make them pay $10 million and put it in and supposedly let his wife be in charge. What does that do? She's
Nothing.
married to that dude. They have to have something in common, bro. I can understand putting her face in, but she's still married to him. She has to have an idea of who he is as a person. It's just, if that's as far as they're gonna go, what else will take it to go over the top? I don't think it's anything.
Exactly, because that was a technicality. That's a change of names on paperwork, bro. That's it. That's it.
No, not even on paperwork. Just to y'all. These titles don't mean anything.
No.
He can have it. He still owns the team. She does not own the team. He owns the team. He don't have to talk about the team. No. All they did was gave him an out. He don't have to talk about the team no more. Now all your questions go to her.
That's true. That's true. Sean, what you think, man? You think this gonna be it for him, or you think they're gonna chop it up?
Intrigued in this topic because, like he said, it's a good old boy league. Ain't shit gonna happen. Now, on another note, if he get found guilty of that other shit though, I think that might give them a little bit of reason to start nudging him out the door before it's just pushing him out. That shit ain't gonna happen overnight. He gonna have to have several cases some shit like, you know what I'm saying, or some shit to where it's like him calling somebody a nigga or something. They find it on tape or something. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the same thing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He had to Donald Sterling that joint.
Yep.
It's too much money involved.
Yeah, the money ain't gonna get him out. Like, all them dudes settle for something. They businessmen. They settle for some of everything. Settlement doesn't imply guilt. It just is a settlement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's more likely than not that he's just gonna be like, they're gonna be like, look, bro, we know you owe us some money. How about you just give us, say the number is, let's say he been doing it because the last time they got audited was in 2019. We in 2022 now. So let's say that he had 2 full seasons to be on his bullshit, right? Let's say it's $20 million that he been scamping off of, right? I'm just
I
throwing
don't
a
know how
random
would
number.
it even be that, bro. They didn't play football in 2020 and 2021. They ain't let people in until somewhere towards the end of the season. Like,
true indeed. So let's just say it was all just this past season, right?
He gonna
They just gonna be like, give us that money and you owe us a couple million more, and then we call it a day.
Cause this ain't the first time this man done did this.
Mm-hmm.
He just got caught.
Bruh, if he's owned that franchise for over 20 years. They've known who this dude has been for a long time.
He just got caught. That's it. Somebody else might have caught him before, but hey, we ain't one of them 32, so we ain't gonna know.
What can you say? I'm not surprised that he's done this. I'm not surprised because I think other teams do it too, but I just think he got the allegations out on him right now. 2, he's just the latest fool that got caught. You know what I'm saying? And they saying he got 2 different books. He got 1 book that, it's just period point
Somebody
blank. I don't think nothing happened to him.
5 books, bro. He wrote it all on sticky notes. Unless they got pictures of any of that stuff, none of that matters.
Yeah, but I do also agree with Sean too, though. Like, if he gets found guilty of any of these sexual allegations, that it seems that these women don't want money. They want more than just some dough. Then that's gonna be the straw.
Hey, he's still a dick though. Either way.
Hey, there's no denying that. Bree, you got an opinion on this? Do you think he's gonna lose his team or no? You know what that look is? I don't give a fuck if he loses his team or not. They stink. Moving on. We gotta talk about the NCAA champions, man. So it was a great game last night. The women's game.
Hey, I told y'all, stop playing with SC, man.
Hey,
stop playing with the home team, dog.
Hey, man, the women's game, not so much. Them girls is poopers. I ain't gonna lie. Points is what I ain't gonna sit up here and even stunt. I watch more of the women's games than I did of the men's games because them games was exciting and they be hooping. No disrespect to the men, but hey, these girls be playing, bro. Playing. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching them like, I had Kendra come in there like, bruh, I'm trying to do some stuff over here. I'm like, my bad. They cheated my girl, though. She was going, that was a foul. She was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm like, all right, I'm cool. But my question to y'all, after these, we know who the champs are. We have the Kansas Jayhawks, which Darius got from the beginning, and I switched to at the very end.
Me and Sean.
You and Sean, yes. Congratulations to you two, nigga.
Oh.
I'm in there too. I came in at the end.
I
was told not to. What you mean? I picked y'all. I picked you for my third try.
Man,
that's only for participation, man. That's it.
I got my participation trophy.
Nah, dog. Me and Sean out here told y'all niggas Jayhawks all day. Poor Duke. Poor North Carolina.
Yo, I thought North
Those some
Carolina
epic
had it
games though.
for a while there, man. They was
Bruh.
doing their thing
They
now.
were undefeated when up by 15 at halftime in history.
Well, first time for everything.
Dang.
But
That's what happens when you don't like swap out players for real.
yeah, and you couldn't. And Buddy got hurt. That he re-injured himself, so that hurt too.
That was 38 seconds left in the game.
But
That
still,
counted because they went down and smoked my man that took his place. But in general, bro, like his rotation was so small. Dudes had
He had
no
to go
legs
with
that
what
could
got
do it.
him there. He
yeah.
had to go with what got him there, dog.
But that was always going to be a problem is when you get enough bodies to throw at it.
Man, it seemed like in the first half, they were so hyped because even Hubie was super hyped in the interview. Like he had so much adrenaline pumping. And then it's like halftime comes. But now Kansas is like, oh no, it's go time. It's go time. They already like got the #1 pace in the NCAA. And it was just once that Uncle Mo had shifted, that thing had shifted just as hard as it shifted in the first half. And it was over with from there, bro. But them girls ran that thing from start to finish.
From the rooter to the tutor, baby.
Trying to tell you, Paige Buckers, better luck next time. Don't even want to hear Aaliyah. Shout out to my girl Boston, man. I hope she come back and win another one.
And that's the question. Out of both of these national champions, who is going to be more likely to repeat next year? Because, hey, Kansas got another crazy recruiting class coming in next year. And South Carolina, a lot of them girls going to come back. But they still got most of their team coming back. I'm going to say, me personally, I think it's going to be South Carolina because I think normally when women's, and they've been just on that track to get to where they got finally, but they've been on that track for some years and they finally there. She's been building the program up for multiple years. So now that they're there, women normally rip off dynasties. Like it's more normally like back-to-back years or at least 2 to 3 years they got to run. So I don't think nobody going to beat South Carolina next year either. So that's just my opinion. But Kansas is going to be tough to run it back, but they still got some recruits coming in. But I think I got South Carolina running it back, bro. I don't know. What you think, Darius? You think your girl's going to run it back again, or you think Kansas is more likely to run it back again?
Easily South Carolina, bro. Easily South Carolina. Easily South Carolina, dog.
I mean, you kind of coming for South Carolina, though, but I'm just saying.
You thought they was coming in
not
last
this year,
game,
no.
Look what happened. Guess what?
New recruits every year, bro.
Girls got to stay all 4 years?
No,
they don't have to.
No, they
league?
just usually do.
I didn't think so. Yeah. They say things are trending that Boston is coming back. Which means what? She's still going to be the best player on the best team. Most of the guard that she got that's graduating, she had another guard already, but she had her leg. She coming back. And then everybody else was like juniors. Well, it's over with. Who beating them? Nobody. They might play in the men's tournament. 15 seed. And they gonna make it to the round of 32.
So funny.
No. I feel like in the men's game, it's starting to move towards what I was waiting for. Hey, everybody can't go to Duke. Everybody can't go to North Carolina. Everybody can't go to Kentucky. Everybody can't go to Kansas. The NIL deals done started kicking in. People starting to get a hand on how stuff like this gonna go. And this basketball starting to spread out, which is better for the game, in my opinion. Because now it's like literally you feel like most of these teams got a shot at doing it, man. Like nobody gave North Carolina a shot to be in the national championship, bro. At the end of the season, they was barely making the tournament. And they just lost by 3 in the national championship. So I just think, like, leaning more to what you said, Chris, I think it's going to be more of a dynasty type thing. I ain't saying that she going to win it every year, but, oh, yeah, Dawn Staley and them Gamecocks ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, Dawn Staley.
I just think it's a little more spread out in the men's game.
Bruh. When she got the job, I was like, bruh, if I had me a little girl and Dawn Staley still the coach, I'm sending her to Dawn Staley because she's a beast. Who you got, Sean?
I got the Gamecocks all day, bro. Now, I would say this. I do watch the girls' game a lot. So there is some people on her heels, but, like, I'm going to just name a couple teams. Stanford. You got Louisville. And, of course, you know, you're always going to have UConn. As long as you got Gino coaching, he always going to be that was All-Americans. But I think Don she just got a good thing going, man. She got a good thing going. And, shit, everybody want to ride that train. So the men's game is so diverse. Women's, you can have a dynasty for years and years. But the men's game is so diverse that it's hard for them to have a dynasty like that. So I'm going to go with the Gamecocks. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas win that shit next year, though.
Facts. Blair?
South Carolina.
Easy. You see how just South Carolina.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey.
I mean, the men's game is too spread out. Like, it's you know, you can pick 5 or 6 teams every year. In women's basketball, it might be 3 or 4. And that gap at the top where UConn was is closing, but it's still only about 2 or 3 programs that really have a shot. And they have to have like an exceptional player. So like the ones that come out of the blue and women's have like exceptional players. And then you just have like UConn, who's always consistent.
Usually in the women's bracket, most of the time they number ones make it to the Final Four. Most of the number ones.
It'll be all number ones. Yeah.
That's true. 1 or 2. Brianna?
Mm-hmm.
I like the Gamecocks. I like Dawn Stanley. I also like Paige Bucket. That's my girl. I like Paige.
Hey,
so I don't know. Now. I know she is.
Facts. Yeah, Dawn Staley is building something special. Moving on to a team that we thought was building something special, but turns out that ain't the case. So we got to talk about this play-in tournament. A lot of these teams is pretty much getting locked in. I just seen here, I think somebody just sent me that the Cavaliers are now locked into the play-in tournament when just a month ago, that was the 4 seed. Now they down to the 7 seed. Like, that's how things switch up, man. And I think right now, where the Nets are, I thought they was the 10th seed. Yeah. I don't know if anything had changed. That's why I was about to Google.
No, not yet.
That's crazy.
So, I'm going to start off with Sean. What do you think the Nets are going to do? A lot of people, they still favorites in Vegas right now. So, Sean, do you think the Nets are going to do anything in the playoffs? And could they lose in the play-in?
I don't think they're going to lose in the play-in, but I don't see it going far. I think that's probably as simple as I can make it. I think they're going to get put out in the first round, to be honest with you, but they're not going to lose in the play-in. They're going to win that some way. Kyrie and KD, they got enough offense to win one game, but in a series where you got to win 4 of them joints and it's just offense, I don't see that happening.
They got to win 2 games.
They have to win 2 play-in games.
They got to win 2 games to get in. Yeah.
But I just don't see them winning those series. 2 offensive players. No 4 games.
All right. Before you finish that up, are the Lakers gonna make it into the play-in?
Why we gotta talk about the Lakers though? That wasn't the
I was just asking because you're the Lakers fan. I just wanted to ask.
Are the
He
Bulls
plead the fifth. Plead the
The
fifth.
Bulls to the playoffs, nigga. Calm it down.
Ooh.
What you talking about? I was just asking the question.
You want to talk about my boys because we headline news. It's just focus. I'm like Juice. It's local.
Ooh.
Whatever, nigga. Whatever. So that's a no. So,
He went.
Darius, what you thinking, man? How you feeling the Nets gonna do?
First off, I'm gonna say both the Nets and the Lakers is disappointing this season, so I ain't even gonna get that out of the way. Second,
Facts.
I ain't even gonna lie, bruh. I don't know how much I trust Brooklyn in the play-in, dog. I don't. Because they have shown me that in one game, they can be beaten, bruh. They can be beaten. It don't matter if KD dropped 35. It don't matter if he dropped 55.
Dang.
These boys will find a way to lose. And that just lets you know, bruh, Kevin Durant is not the problem. He is doing everything that he knows how to do to help this team win. He on a scoring tear. Every night is 30 this, 40 that. The other night, like I say, he had 55. You got Kyrie shooting terrible, but still taking 25 shots, 30 shots. That leaves no shots left for whoever else is playing, because Seth Curry is hurt. Joe Harris is out for the year. LaMarcus Aldridge is hurt. I don't know what's going on with Blake Griffin. This dude just like disappeared. Like, is he hurt? I don't know. I don't know if he hurt or not. And Ben Simmons is doing Ben Simmons. We already know how that goes. So I am scared that, yes, they can blow a game, bruh. They can blow a game. Because they've shown even when both Kyrie and KD give 30, they still lose. Because these dudes play no defense. This dude, Kyrie, can't guard a paper bag, bro.
Dudes do what?
Huh?
Repeat that last sentence. These dudes do what?
They play no defense. They do not know how to play no defense, bro.
Hey,
Kyrie
Brianna,
cannot.
got it.
She don't like none of this
Kyrie-
conversation he got going on right now.
Kyrie can't guard a paper bag, bro. I swear to God. This dude can't guard nobody. He is one of the most gifted players I have ever seen with the ball in his hand. On the other side of the court, this nigga is James Harden.
Oh no, I can't go that far.
Who he guarding? What does it matter if you dropping 30 on somebody and they dropping 30 right back? It don't matter. That means KD went out there and did his job. Y'all expect him to score. Then what else? He got to score for y'all too. He got to pass y'all the ball and shoot it for y'all.
Basically.
Bruh, I can see them losing the second play-in game, bruh. Just losing it. Just off of, bruh. If the other team plays hard enough, they could lose a close one. And then, bruh, that's just it.
All right. I feel you. Blair, would you like to respond to what that man just said? What you think the Nets gonna do?
I have no idea, bro, because they are questionable at the best of times nowadays down the stretch. Like when they made it seem like when Kyrie came back and it was, yeah, appreciate it, thank the mayor for letting him in. And he started playing. They immediately lost that game, which made me sad. I'm like, really, bro? You dropped 40 and 37 and you come back and give us like 15 points on your first home game all season. I can understand kind of pressing, but it seems like now that I guess the idea of just road games, like I can just show up. I know I'm gonna be good here. Like now you got to carry like the rest of the games to it. Just he ain't adjusted himself to that part maybe, and they don't play defense. That is the horrible issue with Brooklyn. They just don't play. They're missing a lot of people, but they don't play any defense, man. And like they'll have 130, and then somebody else has 140, and they lose. So it's tough. I would like to say yeah. Because on any given night, yeah, they could win a game here, a game there. But to win 4 out of 7 is going to be, it's a hard ask. It's a hard ask for KD. He did it last year, and he couldn't do it. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it this year either. It's just tough.
Well, what I will say
so
is,
bad.
Listen, they have been, the problem with the Nets have been the same thing ever since they've been there. They just can't play defense. Let's just call it what it is. And then what they do is how they build their team, they double down on offense. And none of those guys can play defense. Nobody is a two-way player. You get Ben Simmons. And I thought that right there was just, hey, that's it. They lock him in. That's it. But then something happened with his back. I don't know if he got his back blown out. I don't know what the hell happened to the nigga's back.
He got a herniated disc, right?
Oh, I thought it was his back. I thought yeah. I mean,
that's his back,
I know. I'm just saying. Something was in his back. I was just like, something. They just said his back is what I heard.
This dude just making it up.
Yeah, I know he said something about his back.
What it was, dude. He just being funny. Chris is funny.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around. But I don't know how the fuck did he fuck up his back? I don't know. Nobody's asked that question. They just took it, was like, yeah, his back's fucked up, so he can't play. So we just like, but he been out for almost a whole year and he ain't played one basketball game. And he still can't play because he messed up his back when he messed it up in practice. Like, did somebody hit him in his back? Like, what happened? But fact still remains, they still can't play defense because they don't have anybody on their team that can play defense. At this point, it's kind of twofold for me. If they somehow are able to get into the playoffs, if they play Miami, I'm going to take the Nets. And then that's about it. I feel like their ceiling is like the second round of the playoffs. However, if in that play-in game, they fucking around, it's over for them. You just go ahead and pack that shit on up, go on home. Because it's very likely that them niggas can lose. I hate to say that. I want to see KD in the playoffs. I want to see LeBron in the playoffs. I want to see Kyrie. I want to see all of these teams. I want to see the Lakers. I want to see the Nets. But they're just built wrong. You got the stars, but you didn't put any pieces around them so they can actually succeed and win. They're going to succeed, period. Doesn't matter. But they don't have the pieces around them so they can win. The Nets need defense. The Lakers need defense. These are probably two of the worst defensive teams in the league. But that's how you win games, though. Everybody else that's winning, like look at the Miami Heat. They play defense. That's why they number one right now. So
right.
I just don't see them going very far. I think the ceiling is the second round.
The biggest thing.
That's the best that I can give them. But do I see them getting there at this point? I kind of don't, man, because the other night, KD had 55. What Kyrie have? Like 31, 32, 33, something like that.
But he shot terrible percentage.
He shot more times than KD. Between the two, they almost had 60 shots. They only had 90 possessions. That means between those two dudes had like 58, 60 shots. Everybody else get about 30 to 32 shots. Y'all can't win like that, bro.
That leaves nobody no room to not be efficient. KD, you don't got to worry about KD efficiency. Even on an off night, KD off night is like 25. Nigga, you would take that all day. The problem is now KD is their best defender with no Ben Simmons on the floor. And KD's not a terrible defender, but you can't also have him be your best defender and you still need him to go out here and score you 35 and you still need him to go out here and get you these 11, 12 rebounds. And this man had an MCL injury this year.
All
That
things
man
KD
can't
don't
do,
want to do.
bruh, he can't do but so much. If he wouldn't have got injured this year, maybe I feel a little different because he still had a major injury. But with him having the MCL, with that junk happening, there's no reason KD should have to do all of that. Somebody else got to do some shit, bruh. Somebody else got to do something. Because now KD can't have an off night. He can't.
Well, I will give the floor to Brianna. Please be careful. You are holding the future Bengal fan.
Well, y'all. I agree. I think the defense is terrible, horrible, no good. But we all know come playoff time, it's like a whole different basketball. Like they play a whole different level of basketball in the playoffs. So I think they're good. I think they're good. They're good. They got
Are you trying to convince us or yourself? Like, they're good. They're good. They're good.
I think they're good.
Wipe that off.
I got full faith in my team.
This not your team, Brianna. How many
Right,
Your
you got
team
full
is
faith in your
Thunder.
I
players.
got full faith in my Brooklyn Nets.
There we go.
They're gonna do what they do.
So do you
He
think
didn't have nobody. He didn't have Kyrie or James Harden last year. And look at it. I mean, they didn't go all the way, but they went far.
but see now but this is what I'm saying now, like it's so different, bruh. Now I feel like KD, and now I'm mad at what he doing in the media because I feel like he's frustrated and he just trying to let this energy out wherever he can. Oh, OKC better retire my number. And oh man, if I hadn't had my MC, this man said if I wouldn't have got hurt, our season wouldn't have been derailed. Hey, he like it's over with. That's what that sound like to me. He like, man, hey, this ain't about to be it, bruh. This ain't about to be it. But like I said, you can't be mad at him because KD has done nothing but be KD. After the injury, everybody was like, oh, how he gonna be? Blah, 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 blah. Came in, dropping 30. Hurt his leg again, was out a bunch of games, came back, still KD. What the hell is everybody else excuse, bruh? What is the rest of y'all doing, man? What is the rest of y'all doing? Steve Nash, I don't know what to do. Steve Nash and Frank Vogel both gonna be at the same place in a couple of years. Jobless, man. Trying to tell you. Dude, Steve Nash don't know what he's doing out here, man.
But
I love Steve Nash, but
I don't think it's his fault. I just think that they're built wrong. The Lakers and the Nets are built wrong. When you got scores like that, you got Kyrie and KD. You need to put them with some defenders, some dudes that are role players that know their role. Hey, when I pass you this ball, you better make this shit and get back on D. You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is the thing.
Dudes.
This is the thing. Think about how Kyrie coming back full time changed the dynamic. Kyrie's back full time. Patty Mills gets less shots. Seth Curry gets less shots, which means these dudes don't get into no rhythm, which now, like Sean said, you put everything into scoring because you got two of the best scorers in the league. So now they can't have a night off because they're not going to give up the shots. It's not like if KD is off, they like, all right, KD, you off. give 4 of your shots to Patty Mills and give another 3 to Seth Curry. No, keep shooting that bitch. Whether you hitting or you not. Same thing for Kyrie. They ain't gonna be like, oh, give up 8 of your shots. No, keep shooting. And if that bitch is missing,
It is
then
what it
what?
is.
Yeah, it's just like they gonna live with it. So,
And Chris, I would add last year, the last 2 years, the Lakers been top 5 in defense. This year we just blew it up. I will say this: LeBron will kick that nigga off that motherfucking bench though. Frank Vogel might be looking for a new job next season.
might be. Them boys
I think-
already done said that the Lakers are planning to part ways with Frank
Mhm.
Vogel at the end of the season. I forgot who they said the potential candidates was.
I know one of
But-
them. They said is Doc
Bruh.
Rivers. I remember
Yeah,
that part.
but Frank Vogel would have been all right if he could put together a goddamn lineup. All he had to do was make Westbrook come off the bench. I don't care if he don't want to come off the bench. Nigga, who the coach?
Yeah.
Is it you? Is it LeBron? Whoever it is, tell this nigga he need to come off the bench. Because obviously when LeBron not in the game, Russell Westbrook play better because he can be himself. That could have won you. That move alone, the Lakers in the play-in. I promise. That off that move alone, the Lakers will be in the play-in.
And probably like the 8th seed or 9th seed instead of the 10th.
But this dude scary, but Frank Vogel scary, man.
I don't know.
That's
But
why
Brianna,
he was coaching Paul George.
Brianna, how far do you see the Nets going? Are they in the playoffs? They're going all the way.
I'm not a dummy. I'm not gonna say all the way. So, I'm still.
He's like, hey.
I still know my basketball. I'm not gonna say all the way just yet. I definitely think we're coming out to play in though. We coming out to play in, and hopefully we're gonna get the 1 seed. And I feel like they could beat them.
I agree with Chris. I agree with y'all on that. I think they could beat Miami. I do think they could beat Miami. But it's just gonna be them games like if you get a Philly or you get a Giannis where you got now you got another player on the team that's considered unguardable. Like KD is unguardable. Now you got 2 other people that's unguardable. If you play Giannis, you gotta put KD on him. If you play Embiid, who are you putting on him?
Which then in turn actually lessens KD's production. So you're going to need to get that from somewhere else that can be efficient.
Nah, they going to tell KD, hey, go shoot. Hey, KD going to be shooting, trying to get 40 every night. Hey, somebody going to have to foul out trying to play defense, bro. Because Kyrie can't guard neither one of them niggas. So, like, and Drew Holiday is bigger than him. Like, it's tough once you get, like you said, once you get past that first round. You know what I'm saying? And if they end up the 7th seed, then you talking about seeing who number 2 right now. Philly?
I think
Or
it's Philly,
Milwaukee?
yeah. I think it's
Then
Philly.
you
It's not
talking about-
Milwaukee.
No, I
Then you
think
talking about who?
it's Milwaukee.
Is it number
Now
2?
you talk.
No, yeah, the
Now
number
you
2
talking
seed.
about seeing them in the first round.
The number 2 is Boston.
Boston.
Oh, it's Boston.
It's
I
still
think
moving
Denver.
around, but yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, that's tough because they got 2 guys, that can go back, that can go toe to toe with you, but they a better team defensively.
Much better.
This dude Jason Tatum think he Kobe, bro. He ain't scared of nobody. For real.
You know what? It's going to be weird to see. So if the Nets end up losing in the play-in, I think it's going to be the first time since KD has been in the league that LeBron nor KD have been in the playoffs.
Man, if them boys don't make the playoffs, they gonna trade Kyrie.
That would be That'd be a changing of the guard, man, for real. Like that's crazy.
I'm telling you.
And who thought
Mark,
that at the beginning of the year?
Today, April 5th. If the Nets do not make the playoffs next year, they's gonna trade Kyrie. I'm telling you.
If they don't make the
So,
playoffs, should they blow the whole thing up though?
that's what's gonna happen, bro. They gonna keep
No.
Kevin Durant. They keeping Kevin Durant for sure.
Why would they
keeping him
blow the
for
whole
sure.
thing up?
Because
They
it was
getting
a
rid of Kyrie.
fail.
They getting rid
They
of
haven't even
Kyrie,
played together long enough to blow it up yet.
bro. They done been together 2 years.
They've been together 2 years with injuries, COVID.
That's every
They
year. Well,
haven't-
at this point, aside from COVID, injuries gonna be every year.
Right.
KD gonna be what, 34 next year?
34, 35, one of them.
Yeah, this is
Hey,
year
you
3
mean-
though.
Right. But they have not played
Oh,
fully on the court. Boom. The season
So
is
how much-
ours. Let's
how
go.
much more are you gonna mortgage the team to keep saying if they gonna do this jump together? Because
I
now
don't know.
Come
you
on,
had a
Brianna.
three-headed monster, and you done knocked it. One of the heads was like, I don't even want to be a part of this body. It ain't even what I thought it was. And
But
left.
he was sketchy anyway.
And
When they
now-
got him. When they got
That
him,
is
he was
true.
flaky.
That is true. But guess what? When he was with them, they was a higher seed than they is right now.
Right.
I agree.
Mm.
But you have to take in consideration the time off.
Everybody got hurt.
Kyrie
Hey,
was
everybody-
COVID protocol out of the
Hey.
it is what it is.
Hey, sometimes 7-11, sometimes you crapping out.
Listen, at
It
this
be like
point,
that. It be like that.
at this point, they are just
They're moving
as
Kyrie to get- to make
successful
the
as
team
the.
better.
At this point, they are just as successful as the Orlando Magic when they got Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. It never worked because they couldn't stay healthy. And
They could
at
be
this
like
point,
they're gonna be like a lot of teams. They is the Sacramento Kings.
Y'all are
It's
not
all
going
on
to
the floor.
put this on my team.
Look, if they win it this year, the team that you now claim, because your team is the Thunder, I'm gonna tell
the truth.
Gilgeous Alexander, bro. I'm gonna tell him exactly. You out here traded the whole team on him.
Listen,
You're dirty.
Linda, listen. And plus, Ben Simmons hasn't even touched the court yet. And
So you think he coming back for the playoffs?
no, I definitely don't think so. I definitely,
Yeah.
Then he's gonna show up next year.
I don't think so. Because and
Next year. Well, guess what?
With him,
Because Kyrie gonna be gone.
with him it's tricky. With Ben Simmons, it's tricky. I don't think that he's this herniated disc is real. I think it all has something to do with this filing, this lawsuit that he has, or he's trying to get his money back, which sucks. But I mean, I'm sure they knew what they was doing when they signed him. I'm sure they knew what was coming with that. So it is what it is.
You know why? Because they about to mortgage off Kyrie so Ben Simmons can play. Listen, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna mortgage off Kyrie
Okay.
to try to bring some better picks. Because at this point, DeAndre Jordan on their team, ain't it?
Is he?
Back on
Yep.
that.
We got DeAndre Jordan.
No,
Trash.
no, he went back. They signed him back. You mean Andre
That's what I'm
Drummond?
saying.
right?
Drummond,
You mean
Drummond,
Andre
Drummond,
No,
Drummond.
they got Andre
You
Drummond,
mean Andre
man,
Drummond.
buddy.
What
Buddy,
DeAndre Jordan get there? Okay.
Andre Drummond, underachieved ever since he been in the league. Ain't too much different right now. LaMarcus Aldridge,
He has not been bad when he in Brooklyn. He has not been terrible in Brooklyn. He ain't been the greatest, but he ain't been terrible in Brooklyn.
yeah, he been 10th seed good. LaMarcus
We
Aldridge,
the eighth
They're the
seed.
eighth seed now. They're the eighth seed now. They flopped.
What's up?
Look,
LaMarcus Aldridge,
Let's get it.
Blake Griffin, Patty
Marcus
Mills
Aldridge
now.
has a bad heart.
Oh. Hey, and I commend him for playing, but guess what? They got to get rid of all of them dudes, bro, and bring in some fresher, younger legs.
He
And
got a
you
bad
can't have
heart.
two. And they got to find a way to fit Ben Simmons in when he get there. So guess what? He gonna be playing point forward, and Kyrie not gonna be there.
When they get rid of
Curry is
Kyrie,
gonna be
what
the
are we
point
bringing
guard.
in? When we get rid
You
of
get a
Kyrie,
lot-
who are we
you
bringing
get-
in?
It don't matter. At that point, you get a lot for Kyrie depending on
Wait a minute,
who you trade.
isn't Kyrie about to be a free agent? He a free agent after this season, though, right?
No,
yeah,
Or he got a
'cause
player
was
option.
talking about-
he got
He
the
was
player
talking
option.
about re-signing. Yeah, he was
Oh,
talking
okay.
about re-signing and stuff. But I
They
think
Hey.
they
said
gonna
they
be
wasn't
like, hey,
resigning
bro.
him.
Hey,
but
now.
if he ball next year and they do something, they'll
We
give
are,
him some
we
money.
are talking about Kyrie. He definitely said he was going to re-sign with Boston and changed his mind. So, hey,
I
Now,
don't
like
know
I
if
said,
it's the same, bro.
all I'm saying.
I feel different about that one.
that's on contingents of them losing. Now, if they win, they'll
Yeah, if
probably
they
keep
win,
it
they
together.
gonna sign Kyrie, bro. They'll take all of that for a championship.
They'll be like, oh yeah, oh we won. Yeah, we definitely now we finally got over the hump. We got to run it back. But, bruh, you can't keep mortgaging in on, oh, this happened this year. This finally this the year is gonna happen. It sounds like the Clippers.
Wow.
Let's feel bad for KD, man. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. He take the least blame.
Tough.
Hey,
My boy's gonna ball out in the playoffs. I'm not about to play with y'all.
We'll
KD
see,
gonna
man.
ball.
right
I
now
don't
it's
know
looking
about the
like
rest of these.
Draymond Green is like, till you do right by me, everything you gonna have is gonna crumble. Because you left me. You
Boys
left
need
me
it.
for dead. You left me for dead. So we'll see. But next week is gonna be a very big week. We're gonna have a very big draft episode. We're gonna cover at least 2 to 3 positions. But we appreciate y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for telling me, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta let you know right up front,
See them
right?
niggas' faces.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Brown was
Yeah,
like,
holla
what?
at you, Deuce. Said, oh, that's
Peace.
what we're doing now.
It was terrible. The worst.